everyone, here I'm back with another video lecture, and today we're going to discuss the scapular movements. Majorly, scapular movements include the elevation, depression, protraction, retraction, upward and downward rotation. So majorly how you can move the scapula by your own self instead of asking the patient to move that. So this is majorly the a way you can mobilize the scapula in a various ways, okay? But majorly because being a therapist, being a doctor, I am going to perform on my patient, so that means I am performing a passive range of motion. So when you are performing passive range of motion, you need to design certain kind of things, you need to modify certain kind of things according to the patient needs. So you can just say that patient tolerance and according to the patient itself, okay? So what we are going to see here, or you can just see here in this picture, how you can hold, basically how you can hold, how how you can make the position of a patient, and at the same time how you are going to perform that movement, okay? So you need to understand certain kind of things first. After that you can perform the movements, okay? So you can perform movements both in prone and sideline position, depending on, as we have discussed, depending on the patient and condition of the patient as well. So some patients are easy to perform any movements in a prone position, but some are uneasy with that. So you need to take care of the patient as well, because they are not able to perform, or you can just say that they are not able to make the position a prone position or just like that. So you need to take care of that. So patient should be prone with his or her arm at the side or sideline with the patient facing the therapist, okay? And the patient's arm draped over the therapist's bottom arm. Same like that as we have discussed here in the picture, okay? You can just see here. This is how you can just make the position of prone easy to make. You can just ask the patient to lie down in a prone position, or you can just say that on up or down position. And same like that for the sideline, you just have to hold the scapula below patient's arm, okay? Simple as that, like a drape like position. So this is majorly how a position should be made. And now what we have to do is hand placement and majorly the procedure. So make the cup of top hand over the ectomium process and place the other hand around the inferior angle of the scapula always, okay? Now what you have to do, perform the elevation, depression, protraction, retraction on the clavicle, as you know how we can move the scapular motions, as you know that how the scapula moves when you can perform elevation, depression, protraction, retraction. Same like that, you have to just do it on yourself instead of asking the patient to perform those movements. You have to perform these movements specifically on the scapula, like like this, okay? You can just say that this is the way you can perform from this, okay? Now what you have to do is remember that, okay, when you can perform the movement with three movements are majorly performing with what, basically with your upper hand that is placing on the chromium process, okay? And this is not written in your book, I am just telling it to you in a more depth or detailed way. So majorly what you have to do is basically this is these three movements are performing from the acromion process. So you can just say that the upper hand, what you have to do is basically perform the depression. This arrow shows the basically protraction and basically the retraction together, majorly like that. And what you have to perform from this is majorly for the elevation of the scapula, okay? So you just have to understand the clavicle also moves as the scapula moves. So you have to control that motion while also performing the movement from the upper hand, this hand that is placing on the acromion process, okay? For the rotation, direct the scapular movements at the inferior angle of the scapula while like just simultaneously pushing the acromion in the opposite direction to create a like forceful count compel turning effect. As you know that how you can perform the rotation, a complete scapular movement. So you just need to move both hands, upper and lower, and now you can just perform the scapular movement or you can just say that the rotation movement on the scapula. Okay, majorly what you have to do, this hand is moving in this direction and this hand is moving in this direction, and now you can perform the complete rotation. Okay, this is how you can perform in a prone position. Same like that, performing in a spine position or sideline position, one hand on the chromium, other hand on the inferior angle of the scapula, and now you can just perform elevation, protraction, retraction, and just the depression. Same like that, every movement it is going to perform in this position as well. Okay, so easy to make. Basically the sign, line, and pone both are easy to make, just depending on the patient condition. Maybe some patients are not is you can just they cannot make that prone position due to certain conditions or due to the certain other conditions, like as if the patient is asthmatic or the cardiovascular conditions, you can just avoid the prone position and just perform every movement in a sideline position. Okay, majorly like that. So this is all for today. Thanks for watching. If you have any query, you can ask, and in the next lecture we're going to discuss the elongation of two joint biceps brachii muscle. Thanks for watching. Bye bye.